Hey folks, Dave back here in Studio B, and we're going to be playing some more, more Payoff Pitch. I'm going to be playing them on a big kick of that right now, and so I'm going to continue on with my 83 series, or 83 replay, I should say, as I just kind of pick a game and play a game, no particular order, just trying to get everybody on the channel. I was actually talking to some people. I think it was on Facebook. There was a group, and somebody was asking, what's the best way to do this without playing a whole season and this, that, and the other thing? And I chimed in. I said, well, what I did one time is I did a whole playoffs. I set it up where and I'm kind of in the middle of that with Strat, and I forget what season I was using, but I started with the top team and played the bottom team, and everybody, got a series here on the channel, 2 out of 3 series, and that's kind of how I did it. And I never finished it, obviously, but I mean, I'm still kind of working at it, and it was kind of fun. Just kind of having everybody in the playoffs and just taking the best team versus the worst team. And what that does is that gets everybody on your table. And so that's what I suggested to that person. As Ray comes by, I almost called you today, Ray. I wasn't sure where you were. I just went for a walk. That's my new thing now is when I eat, I try to take a walk. And, now that the better weather's here. So let me shut off my monitor here. And there we go. And, I got to try to coordinate with you when I come down there in 3 or 4 weeks and figure out how we can get together. I want to go out and check out the rink. I do want to do that. Kevin comes by. Hi, Kevin. And so where we are today, if this works, I'm trying out my shortcuts here. Let's see if this works. And if it does, then we're going to go right to the game screen. Yes, okay. So I'm trying to work around the, you're seeing all the crazy things behind me here. So I set up new shortcuts. We'll see if they work. Because some of them, I think, were interfering with the game or Steam or something, so I couldn't use them. But here's where we are today. We're in the Astrodome, and it's April 7th. We're still early in the season, only a couple days in. And we're going to do some more National League today. I'm going to try to conquer my fear of playing National League teams and using pitchers as hitters and stuff like that. So we're going to try to do this today and have some fun with it, as it's going to be the Pirates and the Astros. Pirates are 1-0. Astros are 1-1 early in the season. And you can see the lineup here for the Pirates. We have Lacey, Mazzilli, Madlock, Thompson, Parker, Pena, Ray, Berra, and Rick Rodens on the mound. And for the Astros, we got Moreno, Duran, Dickie Thon, Garner, Cruz, Knight, Poole, Ashby, and Nepper is on the mound. And so that's where we are right now. We're just very early in the season. We're going to try to have some fun today. I don't know what the heck got into me in this payoff pitch, but it's been like finding a new restaurant or an old restaurant that you're enjoying again. So let's just play and have some fun here, all right? If you want to come in the chat and hang out and say hi, great. If you want to hang out and just watch, that's great too. And if you want to go put on a rerun of Friends, that's fine too. So anyway, let's just play and have some fun here. Lee Lacey's going to step it up here. And so we're going to get a 6. That will be a tough. You think you're tough. And a tough 80, and that's going to be a, over here, fly ball into center field. And Moreno will come over to make that catch. And we got one away here on the F8. Oh, let me pull out my companion guide here. Make sure I got my my cheat sheets here. I usually don't need them, but every once in a while. Oh, I never found out what the code was for a batter to get hit by the ball. I never figured that out. It wasn't that big of a deal at the time. Still isn't. 007 comes by here, as we're going to play some payoff pitch here this afternoon. A little supper time baseball, if you will. One away to Mazzilli. And we're going to get a ballpark check with a 53. Now, Mazzilli, I think he's batting right. So he's going to be batting righty. So a righty with a ballpark check of 53, and that's going to be in play. All righty, wheelhouse is 1-19, so that's going to be in play. So Mazzilli is in play. Let's see. And in play, 65 against the left-handed pitcher is going to be way out of range, so we'll come over to this side and be a ground ball down to Doran with the G4, and we have 2 away. So Nepper getting it done. Well, I wonder if, let me see something here. Let me go into my basic options. Show notes on the field. Let's turn the notes off. And that didn't really do anything, did it? It's still showing all the stuff here. I didn't know if you could change that. I kind of don't really need to see all that high probability charts. I don't need to. I don't worry about that. Mini lineup falls, bad location. Show command column. Don't worry about that. Let's cancel that. One more thing I want to check here. Visible stats. Yeah, that's fine. All that is good. That's fine. I was trying to see if I could get rid of some of the numbers over here. Don't really need the numbers over here, but such as that. We'll continue on here. So we're going to have Madlock coming up. I think I already, that was an out, right? Yeah, Madlock is next, 2 away. Okay. So Bill Madlock will come up. And we got a 7. That's another tough. And a tough 86. Off the left, he's going to come all the way over here. Usually high numbers, you just come right over here. And that's going to be a ground to Dickie Thorne. And he's going to make the long throw, and that'll do it. So it's a 1-2-3 inning for the Pirates. We'll go to the bottom of the first. And nothing for the Pirates, and Houston coming up to bat. By the way, check this out. For you real big baseball guys, look at this guy here. Look at Auchenko from Pittsburgh. He played 1 game, 2 hits, 1 home run. I don't know if this Auchenko guy. Look at the wheelhouse. Like everything is wheelhouse. Patient in defense. So looks like he came in. He might have faced 2 batters because he got 2 hits. So yeah, he got nothing. Just again 2 hits, 1 home run. So it looks like 2 guys come up and get hits, and 1 got a home run, and he's carded. I should put him in just for fun. Maybe I'll trade him. Who's World's Worst Gamer's favorite team? Yeah, maybe I'll trade him to that team. All right, so we got Omar Moreno as Gandalf comes by. That is a bad card, isn't it? Everything's practically a home run. We might have to get him in at some point just to say that we played him. All right, Omar Moreno. A 9 is going to be in play, and a 38. Oh, just missed the single, so that's going to be. We popped it up. Thompson over there at first base, and the Thompson twins will make the catch. 1 away. Hot day here in April in Houston. Inside's not too bad, but outside, from what I hear, in the parking lot was kind of hot. People coming in here supporting the Astros in '83. They would go on to win some titles. Spoiler alert. Bill Doran coming up. And we got a 7 in play and a 77. That's over here again. And that's going to be fly ball in the center field. Mazzilli with a long way to go. And Mazzilli will make the running catch out there. Plenty of space out there in Houston. I'm going to have to go back to the Appa Master and use the ballpark effect in Houston here. It'll probably take away home runs, right? I like that the symbols for payoff pitch match digital diamond format. I don't know if they do or not. Do they? I'm not sure. I suppose, I don't even know what you could put in here, actually. Oh, you know what you could probably do? You could probably put in the catchers. That's what I should do, is just put in the catchers, so when the catchers play, I have their ratings there. This is, like P is a pop-up. Oh, yeah, no, I get that. Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty standard. Mark did a great job with this here with Digital Diamond, so everything is pretty much a standard thing. Do I use the fast action cards or the charts? It's a combination of the two. I'll show you when I use what I use the fast action cards for, and what I don't. So I use a combination of the two. That's probably why I have a love-hate relationship with this game, because I keep changing my mind on what I want to do. All right, let's get Dickie Thorne up here. And Gary asks, is this Digital Diamond? This is Digital Diamond, but I'm playing Payoff Pitch is what I'm doing. So all these cards here are Payoff Pitch. All right, Rodin. A 6 is a patient, and a patient 62 against a righty. Another high roll. High rolls are bad for batters. That's going to be a fly ball in the right field. Dave Parker hit it over down to the line, and he'll make the catch in fair territory. And Dickie Thong is Dickie gone. Alrighty. So after one, it's absolutely nothing to absolutely nothing. So I roll the dice. I've always rolled the dice. I mean, you can use the fast action cards because they have a 6-sided and a percentage dice. I always go with the dice. I just like rolling the dice better. For certain things, fast action cards work for me, and other things they don't. Getting dice rolls don't work for me. Getting a random thing in on there, it does go a little quicker. And like I said, when they come up, I'll try to show you when I use the fast action cards. And I'm sorry I'm crooked here. I just have no way to really monitor this. I'm doing my best. Maybe come out just a smidge. There we go. Maybe that'll make it a little bit better. Maybe it'll make it a little bit worse. I don't know. Jason Thompson. So we have an 11. So it's tough. You think you're tough. And a 48. Ooh, against a lefty. Strike him out. So that's our first strikeout of the game. And Jason Thompson will sit down. And so now we have Dave Parker. Ooh, what can Dave Parker do? So he hit that season. Looks like Dave Parker hit 279 that season is what he's got. All righty, so here we go. And we have a 12. That's a defensive check. Now, this is when I use the fast action cards. So for a defense check, I flip a card and then I find the defense. So it's going to be hit the second base, and we're going to see if it's going to be an error on the second base. So that's Doran over there on second. And we check for the error on Doran. And his error is a 3. Okay? So now we come over here, and we have an 81. So an error 3 with an 81, that's going to be an out. So now I'll flip to see what kind of out it is. And in the outfield, it's a deep fly ball for the out. So that's how I use the fast action cards. So it's going to be hit to, that was second base. I'm sorry, second base. So in the infield, it's a pop out. So it's a pop out to Doran. And it's more for aesthetics than anything else, but sometimes it comes in handy for, a double play or things like that. So Parker pops out, and we have 2 away, and it's going to be Tony Pena. Didn't he play with the Sox, Tony Pena, the Red Sox? I think he did. And Mike in the truck comes by. Mike, if you want, like I said, I know you're looking to play some Apple football. I don't play head-to-head, but I could maybe help you get up and running if you get stuck with the regular game. It's fairly simple, but there's a couple different ways you can do it, so I can try to help if I can. Tony Pena. And we got a 7, so you think you're tough. And a tough 45 against a lefty. Oh, he's going to fight it off. He's going to get a single. So Tony Pena fights it off and gets a single because he likes to mingle. So Pena is on. He's got a steal of 3, so I'm going to roll for the steal. And nope, have to be 3 or less for a steal, so he's not going to steal. So he's going to be on first base for Johnny Ray. Johnny Ray is the man. The Johnny Ray man. And, see how it goes this weekend, Just start basic. Don't get too crazy with it. Just pick a play. You got to figure out the index of the defense and if they're playing ground, standard, or deep. And then you just look at the chart, and it tells you what it is. That's kind of how simple it is. I love it. I do. I've kind of tweaked it a little bit, but it's been really fun. All right, so now we got Johnny Ray with 2 out, 1 on, 1 on, 2 out. I don't know how you say that. Oh, we got another tough. Bob Nepper is very tough today, very tough. So we got a tough 89, and being a lefty, that's going to spill over here, and that's going to be a ground ball down to Dickie Thorne. And Dickie Thorne says, "You're gone." And that does it. As AP comes by. Again, I'm kind of, if you know me, I get addicted to things real quick, and so I'm back and I'm addicted to this game right here. I'm loving it. It's flowing so well. I don't know why. I just come out of nowhere. This game is just going really well for me, so I'm going to continue playing it. I might slip in some late night hockey tonight. I got to see how the night goes. I might slip in some late night hockey tonight. It's before DB comes by. I'm a little happy. Yeah, my workload lightened up. It's allowing me to play here. It's allowing me to chat with you guys and do some fun things aside from sitting in my car driving to hockey rinks. So yeah, I guess I'm doing okay. Weather's a little bit better. It's still, high 30s, low 40s, but for the most part, it's better. I just took a walk, so that was kind of nice. No dog though. That was kind of sad. It's sad walking without the dog, but we'll get to that at some point, you know. And oh yeah, it's opening day tomorrow. Yeah, you guys must be excited. Nice. I'm not a huge modern baseball fan. I'll watch a little bit if it's on like TV or something like that, or maybe I'll listen at night. All right, so we're gonna go to the bottom of the second here as I jar away. That's why it takes me so long to play this game because I like chatting with you guys. But I think that's what we do, right? Phil Garner up against Rick Rhoden. That's gonna be a patient, and on the right-handed batter 17 is gonna be a walk. He's gonna get the Pantera walk. So Garner is on. Let's see if he's thinking about stealing today. No, so he's not going to steal. And so Garner's on first base. And Cruz. Cruz is a bunt B. You know me. I like to bunt. So this is when I use the fast action cards too, is on bunts. So he's a bunting B. So I'm just going to flip the fast action card, and a bunt B is going to be a sacrifice back to the mound. So it's going to be a successful sacrifice. So HS1. And I think that's going to do it there. So it's going to be a nice bunt to Rhoden. He's going to flip the Thompson twin at first base, and that's going to send Garner over to second. Yes. And Gandalf like Jose Cruz. Nice. Nice. I didn't know many of the National League guys. I knew them from baseball cards and This Week in Baseball because we never got any National League games on the TV over here. Very rarely you'd get a National League game when I was a kid. Again, there was no cable back in the day. Ray Knight now with a runner in scoring position. Let's see if he's going to be the shining knight. That's going to be an in-play 43 against a righty. And, it's out of range. So it's going to be G1. So it's going to be hit back to the box. So we have a runner on second. It's hit to the pitcher. And on my chart here, according to the rules of payoff pitch, the runner's going to hold. So it's going to be a G1 R2 hold. Did I do that right? Yep, there we go. And Mike says there's no cable, not too expensive. I would ditch it, but my wife is retired now, and that's what she does all day is watch TV. So I have it for her. Otherwise, I wouldn't have it. But she likes it. She likes to watch the news and chill out. So that's her right. She worked her whole life, so she earns the right to sit and watch TV as far as I'm concerned. Philip comes by. Hope you're doing good, Philip. And hope Mike, Utah Mike's doing well. I know he was having a hard time, so I hope Utah Mike's doing better. I was chatting with him today a little bit on Messenger. So now we have Terry Poole. We have 2 outs, man in scoring position, and we have a 6. And that's going to be a patient 14. That's probably going to be pretty good. And, that's going to be a walk. So he gets the Pantera walk. And now he can't steal because Garner's in his way. So we have first and second, and it's the catcher, Alan Ashby. And let's see what Rhoden does with Alan Ashby. We have a 5. That's in play 23. Ooh. Ashby hits it well, but he just flares that over to the second baseman. And Johnny Ray comes up with a little pop-up here into shallow right field. And Sports Time Machine, we're just talking about you, buddy. No problem. I saw that notice the other day, and it was like in the middle of the night, and I made note of it, and I completely forgot. And then for some reason, I was on Venmo today, and I saw Dave Little had done something, and I says, I completely forgot. So I did it today. I was going to do it the other day, and I just completely forgot with work. But, yeah, hopefully that helps, and hopefully things will get better for you soon is what I'm getting at. All right, so let's go to the top of the third. It's no score here as we have Payoff Pitch back on the table. You guys will probably get sick of this, but I'm enjoying this little 83 project. I'm going to get every team on the table at some point, and we're going to run through the season. Again, Digital Diamond's going to sim most of the games. Let's be fair. It's going to be a Digital Diamond sim, but I'm going to be able to play some games with Payoff Pitch and probably get to the playoffs with Payoff Pitch too. I don't think I ever finished 79. I think I had a California in the World Series against Pittsburgh rather than the other team. Or was it the Reds? One of the teams that made it to the finals did not make it to the finals in real life, is what I'm getting at. So I should finish that one out. Maybe I'll do it here in Payoff Pitch. You never know. So we have Bob Nepper facing Dale Burr. We have a 4. That's going to be an in-play and a 51. And an in-play 51 is going to be over here to a G3. So it's going to be hit down to Knight. He's going to take it himself. And Knight says, I got it. I got it. Thank you very much. And so we have an out. And Gandalf, this is not the new Digital to Diamond. No, it's not. The new one's coming out soon. I'm not sure when. It should be any time now. I got to get a hold of Mark and see when he wants to come on and talk about it. The problem is that he's like gangbuster right now. So it's really hard to to nail him down for an interview when he's going like this, because he's just, his head's spinning. So let's let him release it when it's out in the wild. We'll get it. We'll see if we can get him on to talk about what's new. And yeah, we'll go from there. All right, so we have Rick Roden coming up. He is the pitcher. We're hitting off of the 3. And so we got an 8, 44. So it's going to be a patient 44, and he's going to hit this one down the third base. Garner takes the 2-hopper and will throw out the pitcher. Is it April 14th? Okay. That's the week. That's the week I'm off. I'm taking a week off around the middle of April, so maybe I will get it and be able to get it on the channel that week. 2 outs to Lee Lacy. And we have an in-play 36. And an in-play 36, that's going to be a single, because he likes to mingle. So Lacy hits this. And there is a way to see where the ball went if you want. So if you look at the blue die, that's a line drive in the left field if you wanted to on a single. And maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll have my little chart out, the hit location chart. Oh, does Lee Lacy want to steal? He's a 6. Let's find out. He might. With 2 outs, he says, why not? Nothing's going on right now. And he's going to try it. So now I need to check Nepper's hold. So Nepper's hold is a 9. So 9 or less, and he's going to go. And he's going to go. All right, so we got a steal happening here. Dun, dun, dun. It's going to be a steal. It's going to be a steal. So we have the catcher, who is Ashby. His arm is a 4. And the steal is a C. So we have a 4C, or a C4, if you will. And a C4 is very good. And this is when I use the fast action cards, too. So on my chart, so I use the chart here. So again, it's the steal in the arm, which is going to be C4. Okay, so we've determined that it's C4. And C4 says very good. So I take the fast action card, I look for very good, and he is safe on the steal. So we have a stolen base here. I think it's just STL if there's no one on base. So Lacy will steal. Yeah, all right. I love that. I love this new system I got for stealing. It's not a new system. It's just it's a combination of the runner and the pitcher, and I think it kind of works. So, and let me see. Let's look in the chat room here. Oh, Kevin asks, I've ever played Fall Classic? No, I haven't. I saw our ID playing that, and there's a couple other people play it. I don't know if it was Replay Gamer playing that, but no, I have not. I have not played Fall Classic. That's on my list to check out. Again, I get around to, eventually I get around to everything, but I've not got around to that one yet. All right, so we got 2 outs. Lacy with a successful steal, and now we have Lee Mazzilli. Oh, well, how about if I roll everything, right? So that's not going to count. Lee Mazzilli. And we get a tough 50, and, oh, he just missed it. The switch hitter, tough 50, and, yeah, it's going to be a ground ball to third. Garner with a super play as he took away a base hit, and he took away a run with that backhand stab. And Mazzilli is silly, and that will do it in the top of the third. Bottom of the third, still no score. And, oh, incidentally, if you're thinking about getting Payoff Pitch, kind of little, let me come back to Studio B. We'll mix it up here. Oh, gee. See, I can't do that, right? Control Shift B. No, it won't work. It does. It brought me back, but it also screwed up the game. What I wanted to say is, if you get the game, get the printed set, not just the printed cards. And they're like $40. Get the printed cards. That's a no-brainer. Get the printed set of the game, okay? Because what you do is you get your fast action cards, okay? That's really important. You also get the fatigue cards for the pitcher and the relief pitcher, and then you also get the pitcher hitting cards, and they're all done up really nice. So I highly recommend that if you get Payoff Pitch, that you do spend, was it $30, and get the printed version, or 40, whatever it is. It is well worth it. You get a lot of stuff with the printed version, and you get all these nice charts too. Okay, they're all printed out, semi-gloss. They're gorgeous, and it's the new version of the game. So if you get Payoff Pitch, I had the printed version for a long time, and I mean the PDF version, and then I ordered and I went back into the game a few months ago. I got the printed version, and I'm happy I did. The quality of the materials, it is great. You get even the rules printed out are so nice here, and this little thing here that you get. Everything is just top notch. So I highly, highly recommend getting the printed version of Payoff Pitch, especially if you're going to play the game, because it just the quality of the pieces are so good. And it comes with the fast action cards, because I bought them separately one time, and when I bought the printed version, I go, oh, I get fast action cards, and I didn't realize I did that. So let me see. I'm going to try to go back to the game here, and it worked. Okay, it kind of worked. Anyway, and Gary says he had snow in the UK on Easter. Yeah, my birthday's in mid-April, and there was many times we had snow on my birthday or around my birthday. It was mostly rain. I remember every time we tried to play baseball at the park, we'd get rain and couldn't play. But every now and then we'd be able to play street hockey outside on a nice day. So that was kind of fun. Looking back in the chat here. Yeah, nothing's going to surprise me. May, I would be surprised to get snow in May. I don't remember snow in May in my life. Maybe a flurry, but April, snow is not uncommon in April. All right, so we're back to the game now, I hope. And it's going to be Nepper up. The pitcher's going to lead off the bottom of the third here. So Roden's going to pitch to his nemesis, if you will. It's a ballpark check. And so he is a righty. No, wait, where's Nepper? He's a lefty batter. So he's a lefty batter. So we got a ballpark, and it's going to be in play over here. So we're over here in play. So I need a 1 to 15. A 1 to 15. Nope. That's a 77. So that's going to be hit down the shortstop. And Berra over there, don't call me Yogi, makes the play. I miss street hockey too. I used to have, when I grew up in the 70s, right? Early 70s, Bobby Orr, we had a long driveway, and it was off the beaten path, and there was fences on both sides. And I could play all day just by myself, or if a friend come over. Sometimes we'd have the neighborhood over and play games. Those were fun times too. We had 2 nets so we could play a full game. And I didn't have to worry about cars or traffic. And as a little kid, that driveway was plenty big for me, and I'd shoot in that net all day long. Good times. It really was. Played wiffle ball and everything in that driveway. Now I go by that driveway. It looks so small. Now that I'm an adult, it looks so small. The trees are overgrown. It's so shady now, and it's lined with cars. Now, back in the 70s, we didn't have a lot of cars. Now, like, everybody's car is parked in that driveway, and you couldn't play. So let's go here. So we have Moreno coming up with 1 away, and we have a 9, and that's going to be an in-play, and that's going to be an in-play 67, and that's going to be off the chart over here, and that's going to be a ground ball down to Berra. Don't call me Yogi, and he's made a couple of plays here in the inning, so Berra getting it done, and so it's going to bring up, with 2 outs, Bill Doran. All righty. Here we go. The Andrea Doria. We have a 6. That's going to be a patient 37, and he'll get the Pantera walk. Now, he's a 3 steal. So let's see if Doran wants to go. No, he won't. And so Doran's on first as Troy comes by. Hi, Troy. I don't know if I've talked to you, Troy. Let's see. Let's see what Troy has to say. Hopefully it's something nice. I'm going to read it live. Hopefully it's something nice. Dave, love the channel and the Daveisms. Oh, thank you so much. I just try to have fun here. Single and he wants to mingle. Yep. Rance Mulligan. Yeah. Yeah, okay. That was good. And do another field goal competition or the goalie competition. Those were fun. Weren't they fun? The field goal competition to see who missed the extra point and got kicked out, and then going back and forth to see Chris Barr and whoever it was going back and forth. Was it Chris or Matt Barr? That was fun. And the breakaway challenge was fun, too, kind of like the old showdown. Yeah, I'm glad you enjoyed those. I had a fun time with that. All right, so we got Doran on first base, Dickie Thon coming up. And let's see what's going on with Dickie Thon. So we have an in-play 26. Ooh, this might be pretty good. Yes, it's going to be a single. And again, just simplifying it, with 2 outs, I go 2 bases every time. I'm not worried about arms. I'm not worried about speed. It doesn't matter if it's me or Juckett on base. We're all getting an extra base on 2 outs. Now does Dickie Thon is a 5. Let's see. Nope, he's not going to steal because I rolled a 10. All righty, so it's going to be Phil Garner. Oh, this is the guy you want right here, Phil Garner, who hit 238 in the previous year. Oh, in this season, actually, 238 in real life. You can see over here on the right-hand side, I'm looking right there, so it's 238. So I love how he has the stats here. So all your stats are right here to check out. All righty, Rick Rhoden, 2 outs, runners on the corner. We have a 0-0 game. Can Garner break this up? We have a defensive check. So this is when I go back to my cards here. So it's going to be hit down to third base. We're going to check the range of Madlock, who's right here. His range is F. And an F00. Oh, that's going to be a rare play. Never mind. Hold the phone. Let's go to our rare play chart. I love the rare play charts, by the way. Love the rare play charts. Hang on. Okay, so we got a rare play on a defensive check with people on base. These people have a name, by the way. Runners on base defense. Runners on base. All right, so I have, where are we now? So I have 14-21. Runners on base defense. Where's the rest of it? There's a lot of rare plays here. Runners on base defense. Okay. All right, so let's roll the dice here, and let's see what we're going to get for this rare play. So let's see what this rare play is going to be, folks. So we have a 16. Oh, good thing I grabbed my other chart. Runners on base on a defensive rare play. If a runner on first, and there is, ground ball to the second baseman, it's fielded, and he tosses to short for the force out. So that would end the inning, right? Runner upends the shortstop. Batter is called out due to interference for a double play. Check the shortstop for injury. If no runner on first, blah, 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 blah. So basically it's toss to second. He's wiped out, but that's going to be the force, and that'll be it, and I'm not going to play injuries today. So what it's going to go, I'm going to call this a G4-5 to end the inning. So Garner hits it down. Whoop. There's no runner on second to throw out to. G4-6. Right, G4-6. How about that? You're going to take that one. There you go. There you go. All righty. Okay, we're back. And Rhoden gets out of that jam. We have Bill Madlock coming up. Oh, incidentally, Sportsman Z's been playing some APA baseball. Okay, you know how much I love APA baseball. I think he's playing just the basic right now, right? And so he played a game last night, and I put it on in the middle of the night after I played. I went to bed about 2:00, and I put it on, and I would listen and fall asleep, and I wake up and put it back on and fall asleep. So I finally woke up this morning because he made a comment about, I can't believe how this game ended. So Sportsman Z is a big White Sox fan. So he's playing last year's White Sox. You know how bad they were. And so he was playing the Twins. And I'm not going to give it away, but it was an incredible finish. And he was losing his mind. And I was cracking up, and I kept making comments on the video every time he'd make a comment about, oh, look at his 33s, look at his 66. It was so funny. If you get a chance, check out Sportsman Z, his game last night between the White Sox and Minnesota. It just go to the ninth inning. It's so worth the price of admission. It's why we play. Sometimes it's why we shouldn't play. That's all I'm going to say with that. All right, so we have Bill Madlock. Isn't he a detective or something like that on TV? So we have a 7. So you think you're tough. A tough 50. And that's going to be that's off the chart. So it's going to be just a hit right back to the mound. And Nepper will stab it and give a long look to Madlock. And, oh, boy, you don't want to do that. It's going to be a long season if he starts acting like that. So we got the Thompson twins coming up. Let's see what Jason can do. And so we have a 4. That's going to be in play with a 65. And that's going to be hit into left field. Jose Cruz, who's a big fan, has a big fan here in the audience. And Cruz will make that catch with plenty of room to spare. 2 quick outs. It wasn't Matlack, Scott? Yeah, it was something like that, right? There was a TV show. I thought it was Matlack, I forget. Dave Parker, 0 for 1 today. Dave Parker, he's going to get a 7. That's another tough. And a 33 is strike him out. Dave Parker will sit down, and it's a 1-2-3 inning for the Nepper. So, Houston getting it done here at the Astrodome. But they still tied absolutely nothing to absolutely nothing. Alrighty, so we have now, I think my camera's crooked because this looks straight to me, but it's not straight on the camera. Doing the best we can. Rick Rhoden now facing Jose Cruz. Let's go. And we have a 9. It's an in-play 6 against a righty. That's going to be a double. A double, and that's going to be down the right field line. So Cruz hits it down the right field line for a double. Now, does he want to steal? Because it's third base, I need to roll 1s or 2s. Nope. So he's not going to steal. So Knight comes up. He's a bunter B. Do I want to bunt him over? I'm going to try to bunt him over. So here's where the fast action cards come in. A bunter B. And yes, he's going to make the drop a bunt, and the catcher's going to get it. So it's going to be a sacrifice hit to the catcher. Knight's going to get Cruz over to third. And so now that's going to put him 90 feet away from giving someone a lead in this game. And Andy Griffin, Matlack. Okay, it was Matlock. Okay. And with Andy Griffin. Nice. All right, so we got a man on third now, and it's Terry Poole. So we got a couple of chances for the pitcher comes up to get a run home. Here we go. Terry Poole. We have a 9. That's going to be an in-play 44. Oh, no. And that's hit right back to the mound. Yep, and he ain't going anywhere. So runner on third, runner holds. So we couldn't even get it past the pitcher. So G1, R3 will hold. And so Poole couldn't even get it past anybody. And so Ashby coming up. Last chance here to get a run home. Ashby, an 8. That's a tough 44. Oh, he's got to single him in. Right? So we got an 8. That's a tough. And a 44 is right here before 45. He's a righty. And he is going to sharp line that into center field. And that's going to be a single because Ashby likes to mingle. And he will take first base, and Cruz will come in. He will cruise home. And so we have a run. Yay, we have a run. We have a run. It is 1-0 for the home team. So now we have the pitcher coming up, Bob Nepper, facing Rhoden with a man on first base. That's going to be an in-play 89, and that'll be hit down to third. And Matlock will not need his detective hat on that one, and he will just throw it away to first base, and he is out. Not throw it away, but throw it that way. All right, so we're going to go to the top of the 5th. Everybody having fun here? So John Matlack played. Matlack. Okay. Matlack. Okay. We'll get it right. Maybe we won't. All right, so we have Tony Pena coming up, leading things off. I didn't realize he played for Pittsburgh. He's 26 years old. I forget when he played for the Red Sox. I don't know if it was before or after. So I think it might have been like during the 86 run, right? Something like that, or the 88 run. I forget. All right, Nepper going after Pena now. We have a ballpark check of 47 against the righty, and that'll be in play. So Pena is in play. Ooh, with a 7. And he's going to get a single as he bloops that into right field. And Poole will grab it and toss it in, and Pena's on. Now, he's a 3 steal. I still want to check. Nope, he's not going to steal. So Pena's on. And Johnny Ray. Sweet old Johnny Ray. What song's that from, huh? What song's that from? He's an A bunter. There's nobody out. Yeah, we need to get a runner in scoring position for... Well, we got the pitcher coming up, but I still am going to try it. Troy's right on that. Way to go, Troy. Here's the A bunter, sacrifice back to the mound. And so, sacrifice 1. He'll get the runner over there. How do double plays work? So what's going to happen here is on a ground ball to anybody in the infield. All right, what we're going to do is we're going to look for the double play, which it's a 7 on Berra, and it's a 7 over here. So let's just take this guy here. It's an 8, okay? You go to the lowest number. You roll the 6-sided dice. If it's that number or less, it's a double play. If it's 11 or 12, it's a play to first only. And anything else, so anything above the lowest number but not 11 or 12 would be a force at second only, so there's no double play. That's how the double play works. Fairly simple. It's just one of 3 outcomes. In parallel league, yes, not the human league, but the parallel league comes by and he gets it right too. You guys are good. All right, so we have Dale Berra coming up, Pena at second in scoring position, and Nepper will deal. And we're going to get a tough 69 giggity. And a tough 69 is going to be, okay, so here's a G4. Now, what I want to do here is I have a little cheat sheet off to the side here. So it says runners on second hit the second base. The runner will get the third, and it's a play. He's out at first. So we're going to go G4-3. And that should send Pena to third base if I'm correct. And... yes, it does. So I would not check for a double play. If there was a man on first, Troy, just kind of showing you this. So let's just say that Pena was on first and I hit it to second base. Okay, what I would do is I would roll the dice and I would look, and again, I'm looking at 7 and 7. So that's less than 7. That's a double play. That's how double plays work. So now the pitcher coming up with a man on third. So let's see. Do they want a pinch hit for him here? In the 5th inning with a tying run at third, do they want to sacrifice the pitcher? No. No, they say no, so we'll say no. So let's see if Rick Rhoden can get it done. Nepper pitching to Rhoden. Rhoden grounded out. So if he can get it into the outfield, he has a chance here. So we have a 5. Ooh, that's a ballpark check. And an 81... on a righty is going to be in play. So, what does he need? He needs a 1-15 to get that run home. Otherwise, he's out in some fashion. 1-15, and I rolled a 48. So that'll be a fly ball in the right field. Poole coming over, and he'll make the one-handed catch, and that will end the inning. So the tying run left at third base. And we're going to go to the bottom of the 5th here in sunny Houston. And it's 1-0 here. We got ourselves a pitcher's duel. Oh, was it poor old Johnny Ray? I think it was poor old Johnny Ray. Yeah, that's what it was. Moreno will come up here. He is 0 for 2. He hit it to first and he hit it to third. So he hasn't got it out of the infield yet. So we have a 10. It's going to be in play and a 60. And it's going to come over here. It's going to be Lacey coming in, and he will make the catch. Long way to go for Lacey, but Lacey makes the catch. That's what he's paid to do, and that's what he did. So now we have the Bill Andriadorian. Let's see if he can get it here. And he is 0 for 1 today with a walk. We have, a defensive check. So let's pull out a card here. And so it's going to be shortstop range. So it's going to be hit down to Berra at short. His range is a B. So range of B with an 86. So a range of B with an 86, and that will be an out. And if we want to check the out in the infield, it's a ground ball. So we're going to call that a G6. And Berra will make the play. And Doran is out. 2 away to Dickie Thon. Come on. He puts on his thong. Dickie Thon. 6 is a patient, but a 95 is way out. And that's going to be hit into left field. And Lacey coming over makes the catch. He'll head right into the dugout. And a 1, 2, 3 inning here for Rodin and the Pirates. So let's go to the top of the 6 as we welcome Miroslav in. Get some baseball, as long as he doesn't have the thong song. It's like a swan song, but it's a thong song. And let's go here. So Lee Lacey coming up, trying to get something going for the Pirates. Will we see a project with Appa Master in the future? If I do, it's going to have to be a shorter project, like a playoffs or something like that. Or what I wanted to do, actually, is I wanted to take the Seattle Pilots and have them play everybody in the league once just to see if they could get any wins and who they would beat. Because the Master game takes a while for me to play. In fact, I need to go refresh myself on that. I enjoy it immensely. It's just a long haul. So I couldn't do anything like this. I wouldn't want to take 2 hours to play a game. So I would probably play basic or payoff pitch for that. But I will be getting more Appa Master back here on the channel. As far as a project, I'm not sure. And if it was, again, it's going to be a shorter one, But this is fun. This gives me a chance to get all the teams from the 83 season on the table at some point. So, this year I'm concentrating on putting teams on the table and seeing some teams that I bought, whether recently or in the past. And I want to get as many teams on the table so I can look back and say, okay, I got my money's worth out of that season. I got, umpteen hours out of this 83 season and payoff pitch. I think I got my money's worth. That's kind of where I'm going this year. It's kind of, every now and then you ever go through the house and look at all the food you got in the house and say, okay, we're going to start eating some of the food we have in the house, whether you like it or not. We're cooking this can of SpaghettiOs and stuff like that. That's what I'm doing this year. So Lee Lacey will lead it off after all my babbling. And we have a patient, and that'll be a patient 87. That's way out of range. And so that's going to be ground ball down to Dickie Thon. We've been talking about Dickie Thon, and he is on with that play. And so we have one away. Mazzilli, 0 for 2. Not a great day if your name is Lee Mazzilli. Grounded to second, grounded to third, so he's got shortstop next. Can he hit it to short? Mazzilli. That's going to be a 6. It's going to be a tough. You think you're tough. And tough 81 is going to be fly ball into center field. Moreno charging in on the short fly ball. And he is out. And let's see here. And we have Bell Madlock, the detective, coming up now. Let's see if he can sleuth his way to a hit here in the 6th inning. And we have a 4. It's going to be an in-play 64, and that's going to be out of range, and that'll be fly ball into right field. And Poole will make the catch, and that will retire. Boy, the Pirates are going down easy in this one. Just 3 hits. This guy, Bob Knepper, is having a heck of a day on the mound. And we got Phil Garner coming up. So we're in the bottom of the 6th. Neither pitcher is fatigued and probably won't be because there's only been 1 run given up between the 2 of them. And so Rick Rhoda now dealing to Garner. Garner 0 for 1 with a walk. A 7 is an in play, but it's an 85. These high numbers here have been killing us today. And that's hit down to Berra. Don't call me Yogi. And he will make the play. So we have 1 out. 6 total hits in this game. If you like pitching, this is it. So we have a 10. That's an in-play 44. And he missed it. And that's going to be popped up to third base. Madlock, with his pipe in his mouth and his detective hat on, will make the catch. And Jose Cruz is gone. Now we get Ray Knight, the Knight Rider. Come on, Kit. Dial it in, Kit. 5. That's going to be in play. And, a 9. And in play 9 is going to be good. That's going to be a single as he floats that into right field. A little blooper in the right field. Don't believe what the chart tells you. That's right field. And Knight is on. He's a 2 steal. Nope, he's not going to steal. So he's on, and Cherry Poole coming up. And Rodin's starting to get a little tired here. I don't know why. According to Payoff Pitch, he's not, so I'm not going to worry about it. And that's what's great about Digital Diamond, is sometimes I'll use that for a guide on when to take a picture out, and sometimes, but you don't have to, and it doesn't affect it if you're using the board game companion, which I think is probably one of the best inventions for this hobby since I started playing it. Not so many years ago, but it's just been a masterful. I'm working with someone right now on something like this for hockey, and I told him to send me over what he's got so I can take a look at it. Poole, 0 for 1 with a walk. Rodin, 7 in play, 46. Nope, that's going to be hit right back to the mound. And that will do it here in the 6th inning. So, top of the 7th, Nepper coming back out, so he can go 7 before he gets fatigued. But he hasn't given up any runs, so he's going to be doing perfectly well. So now we have Jason Thompson, the Thompson twins, coming up, trying to get something happening here against Nepper. So we got a 6th. That's another tough. And a 90 is going to be well out of range. Well, not so much there. The 77 was close. And 99 is going to be a fly ball into right field. Poole coming in fairly shallow, and he'll make the catch. So Thompson is done. You want to see a Dave Parker home run? Well, here's your chance. Dave Parker coming up. He's got a couple of fans here in Houston cheering him on. And let's see if DP can come up with something. Nepper pitching a 3-hitter right now. And we're going to get a 6. And that's a tough 78. And that's going to be fly ball into center field, medium depth Moreno. Plenty of time. It's pretty big out there. And he'll hang on for the catch. And so that is 2 outs away. And now we have Tony Pena, who's 2 for 2. He's got 2 singles. He's got 2 of the 3 hits for the Pirates. So let's see what Pena can do. Trying to straighten out the cards a little bit. Pena, a 9 is in play, and a 65 is hit into right field to Poole, and Poole is going to jump in the pool and make the catch. So another easy inning for Nepper, making it look easy. As we go to the bottom of the 7th, I guess this would be stretch time, right? That's what Chuckett would say. So let's take a look at the box score here during stretch time. And let's take a look at our scorecard. And so let's look at pitch work. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. It's just been that kind of game. They've not been able to put anybody in. So that is that. So we got Alan Ashby coming up. Let's see, he's 1 for 2. And then we have the pitcher. So we have an 11. That's a defensive check. And it's going to be down to the shortstop. Let's check Berra for an error. All right, Berra for an error. He's a 3. So we have a 382, and a 382 is going to be an out. And what kind of out is it in the infield? That's going to be a ground ball. So Berra scooping that up, and Ashby is done. So now we have the pitcher here in the 7th. We're not taking him out, even if they told us to take him out. We're not taking out Nepper. He's doing pretty well. Roden and Nepper both pitching gems here today. So after pitching card 3, we have a 5. That's a 45 in play. And then I'll come over here, and that'll be grounded down to Matlock. And Matlock will make the play. And now we have Omar Moreno coming up. He's also 0 for 3 today. So we have a 4. Yeah, it's a tough 19, and he struck him out. Not many strikeouts here today. That's only I think that's the first strikeout for Roden. Somehow he's not striking him out, but he's getting the job done. Let's go to the 8th. Nepper will come back out. He's not tired. Nobody's tired right now. And this pitch is duel. So here, poor old Johnny Ray. Here we go, Johnny Ray against Nepper. So we have a 6. That's another tough. And a tough 33. Oh, a 32 would have been a single, but a 33 is going to be a pop up the third. Garner will take it just for it lands in fair territory. And sweet old Johnny Ray, poor old Johnny Ray is going to be, he's not going to be seeing Eileen today. Dale Barrett, don't call me Yogi, 0 for 2. He's the shortstop. So we have a 7, another tough boy. Look at all the toughs coming up for Nepper today. And a 16 tough. Struck him out. It's going to be 3 strikeouts today. Not many strikeouts for either pitcher today. But here we go. And now the pitcher coming up with 2 outs. I think we're gonna let him pitch in a 1-0 game. I'm gonna let him hit. We're not gonna take out Roden. Not gonna take him out. So we have a 7, another tough, and a tough 29 is another strikeout. So we go to the bottom of the 8th. Holy cow! It is 1-0. There is no offense today, compared to some of my earlier games where we had a lot of offense. Alrighty, so we're going to have Bill Doran coming up. Let's see if what they want to do here. No, everyone's okay. So Roden on the mound here in the 8th. We have a 4. That's a tough, but we got a 0-0. So we have another rare play. Let's see what Joe's got for us here. So we have nobody on base here. Oh, here's the optional get a jump chart. Interesting. I suppose I could use that too. So base is empty, and we said it was tough. Base is empty, tough. It's got to be one of these. Base is empty, tough. All right. So here we go. Let's take a roll. David C. comes by. Yeah, we got some baseball here. Supper time baseball. 69. Oh, is that a 99? 99. Let's see what a 99 rare play is here. Foul tip. Hits catcher in a tender spot. Check for injury. If the catcher remains in the game, remaining batters are sitting roll on their tough sections until the half-inning end or a pitcher change. If catcher is removed, batters hit in the wheelhouse. So I'm not checking for injury, so we're just going to roll again. How about that? I didn't really like that one. So we're just going to scratch the rare play and go back here. So we're going to get an in-play 73, and that will be a ground ball down to second base. So Doran hits it down to poor old Johnny Ray. Sometimes the rare plays are good, and sometimes they just kind of, eh. And Miroslaw's going to try Project 1998 with replay, baseball, and inside pitch, supplementing with fast score. Fantastic. What are some of the teams you like in 98? There's always got to be a reason why, right? So what are the players of the teams you like in 98? I like 83 because there's a lot of guys that were kind of on their way out from the 70s. The older guys, like late 30s, early 40s, that I kind of would like to see one more time before they stop playing. And it's kind of fun to see different guys on different teams in this season too. So we have Dickie Thon, one away. That's going to be an in-play 31. So close. Excuse me. But he's just going to pop that up. The second baseman will come over. And that will be poor old Johnny Ray. He'll make that catch. So now we have Phil Garner, 0 for 2. Let's see what Phil Garner's going to do here. And we have an 8, and that's a tough. And a 74 is going to be fly ball into center field. So that is that. So we go to the 9th. There's just nothing happening here. As we go to the 9th inning, Bob Nepper going to try to get the complete game here. And Lee Lacy's coming up to bat. Let's see if they want to do any substitutions here. Substitute. Nope, nothing there. So Lee Lacy's going to hit. Bob Nepper in the 9th. Got a 3-hitter going. And we got a 5. Oh, no, it's a ballpark check. And 86, well, that's going to be in play, no matter if he's a lefty or a righty. So it's going to be an in play. So in play against a lefty pitcher is a 91, and that's going to be ground ball down the shortstop to Dickie Thong. 1 away. So Nepper is 2 outs away from a 1-0 3-hit win against the Pirates. And I can't jinx him because this game's already been played, right? So there's no jinxing, right? Lee Mazzilli, the center fielder. Do they want to hit for Mazzilli? No. So here we go. We have a tough 6. Struck him out, Lee Mazzilli, on the strikeout. And so that's only 5 strikeouts for Nepper today. And he is just 1 batter away, and it's going to be Matlock. What do they want to do? Play no doubles defense. I don't know what that is. I don't think you can play no doubles defense. And here it is. Matlock coming up to the plate. And Dan Burke says the Phillies went to the World Series that year with 42-year-old Pete Rose and 39-year-old Joe Morgan. Not to mention 41-year-old Tony Perez. And is this 83? Is that what we're talking about, 83? Just want to make sure on that. All right, Matlock, last hope for the Pirates. We have a 7. That's a tough 2. Strike him out. And that will end the game. Dun, dun, dun. And a good time was had by all. So that's 83. Yeah, this should be a fun season here. So, the final score here in Houston, it is 1-0. We had a 1-0. So let me see. All right, so that should be the screen now without any cameras. So now we should be able to see everything here. So let's fast play the day. All righty, and we'll get everything out of the way over here. So we'll get the Pirates put away, and we'll get the pitches put away. And so that's kind of what, do I want to fast play all the games for this day? Yes, I do. Okay. And yes, we'll do all that stuff like that. Oh, hang on a sec here. You know what I did is I put the Pirates away with the pitcher card. I don't want to do that. I need to think. It's the thing I need to do about the National League is to take my pitcher hitting card out. So that's what happened on that day. There's my pitcher hitting card. Thank you very much. Okay. And so, there's a guy I don't have a picture of. So Vandenberg, I need to get him. I need to get a thing for him. And let me get my pitcher card over here. There it is. And so here are my Houston Astros. Yeah, Houston Astros. So great job by Nepper and the Astros to win this one here. Now, what I was thinking about doing, because it's kind of early, I was going to go do a double header here today. If you don't mind. Again, you guys don't have to stick around if you don't want to, but I was going to do a double header here today. as we were going to take a look at some American League teams from the next day. I'll just kind of continue on here. So let me go to the next day. Oh, let me save this first. All right, so we're going to back up this library. Let's save. Okay, so we'll go schedule a game. I'm going to go the next day, and we're going to play this one here. This is for Sportsman Z. All right, we're going to play the White Sox and the Tigers. So what I need to do is play this out here. We're going to continue. And I'm going to get my teams out here and set this up. And I suppose I could have you guys watch how I set this up. Set the lineups. And we're going to go as played. And then the Tigers will be as played. And here we go. And so let me get the lineups here. So let me go. So I'll just kind of show you over the top what I do here is I kind of just separate by who's playing and who's not. So we have the White Sox here. So Squires is not playing. Pachorik is not playing. Bernie is not playing. Britt Burns is a pitcher. He's not playing. DeLone. Mark Hill. Martz is a pitcher. Vance Law is playing. Augusto, no. Fletcher, no. And that's the great thing about Payoff Pitch is that you don't got to go searching for the cards. Everybody's in here on the team, I'm pretty sure. Joel Skinner, no. Julio Cruz. So he played from June to October. So, he must have come from the other team, right? Oh, that's interesting. That's the other thing I like that they do is sometimes they show you when he played with the team. Dotson is a pitcher. Chris Nyland, no. Harold Baines, yeah. Barojas over here. Do we have Hairston? He's got nice hair. No. Dennis Lamp, yeah, he's my pitcher, so put him off to the side. Ron Kittle, yeah. Greg Luzinski's the bull playing, yep. Lorenzo, nope. Kuzman, nice. Jones. Floyd, no Floyd. Hullett, I don't think so. Rudy Law, yes. Rusty, nope. Do we have Walker? Greg, I went to high school with a Craig Walker. He was in my band. Fisk, yeah. Rodriguez, no. Stegman, no. DeBezinski, no. Hickey and Parsons. So do I have 8 here? 1, 9, 2, 3, 4, 5. I only have 6. Oh, look at this guy. He was playing. Benzine is playing. What was his name? Let me see. So who am I missing here? So I have all these guys here. So I have Rudy Law and Vance Law. I need a Bernzard. I need a Baines, Luzinski, Greg Walker. I just went by Greg Walker. There's Greg Walker. So he is playing. Vance Law, Rudy Law. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Who am I missing? Bernzard and Fletcher. Bernzard and Fletcher. All right, so here's Fletcher. And here's Bernzard. Bernazard. All right, Bernazard. All right, so that is my White Sox team. Let's put them in order now. So we're going to get Rudy, and then Bernard, and then Baines, and then Luzinski, and then Walker, Kittle, Fisk, Vance, and Fletcher. Okay, so Fisk, I need to get his numbers here. So Fisk will be E5 and arm 3. Okay, just want to get that. This should be the historical as played lineups. I clicked on as played, so it should be the as played lineup. Okay, all right. So Tiger Stadium will go over here. So now if I click over here, I can check the Tigers. I was kind of behind here, so you won't be able to see the lineup here because it's behind the camera. So, yes, you're just going to have to see me setting that up. That's all. Johnny Grubb. No. Wilson. No. Lou Whitaker. Yeah. Brookins. Yep. Gumpart. Go. We have Gump Worsley here. No. James. No. Howard Johnson. Yes. Butera. No. Chet Lemon. Yes. Wilcox is our pitcher, so as soon as I see Wilcox, I'll put him out. Enos. I used to call him Cable, but I guess it's Cabell. I think Ed Meek showed me that. Trammell? Yeah. Juan Berger? No. Narodny? Mike Ivy? Rosema? Lynn Jones? Jerry Ujer? Parrish playing? He usually plays. Yeah. Herndon? Yeah. Dougie Bear? Petrie? Reggie Leach? Yep. Wilcox is our pitcher. Wayne something or other. Pat Underwood. Glenn Abbott. Oh, Abbott. Wasn't he like the Mariners or the Blue Jays pitcher at one time? Kirk Gibson playing. Yep. Jack Morris over here. Walkenfuss playing. No. Fahey. No. Castillo. Martin. And Milano. So do I have 9 here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Well, the good thing is once I do this, I have all the batters and the pitchers separated, so I don't really have to worry about it when I go to my next game with these guys. They're all separated. All right, so Whitaker is our first guy, then Johnson, and then Gibson. Parrish is next. Herndon. Chet Lemon. Rick Leach. Brookins, and Trammell. And our catcher today is Lance Parrish, who is a 5-1. So Fisk is 5-3 and Parrish is 5-1. So that'll come into effect for stealing and things like that. So where's Parrish again? Yeah, E5 and arm 1, in case I need to check on errors and stuff like that. Okay, so let me get to the game. Play ball. So we're going to have this here. Let me see if I can set this up so it looks good. I might have to come up here a little bit. How's that? Any better? I guess we can come down a little bit. All right, so here we go. Part 2 of our doubleheader. It's going to be Tiger Stadium. It's going to be the White Sox and the Tigers. Let me get my keyboard. And we're going to play some more 1983 Payoff Pitch here. American League this time. Hope you're enjoying this one. As P-Jet comes by. P-Jet, I might do some late night hockey tonight. I'm doing some supper time baseball, and I might jump on late night tonight and play some hockey. Depends how the night goes. Haven't picked the team of the game or the times or the year or anything. So it'll either be App or it'll be Hockey Bones if I do it later on. Maybe Shootout or Stone Cold, I'm not sure. But I haven't played Stone Cold in a while, so I need to freshen up on that. If I do, yeah, just keep an eye out. But I'm doing a doubleheader here today, so I'm going to give myself some time to go and grab some dinner later or something. All right, so Wilcox against Rudy Law as the 1 and 2 White Sox take on the 1 and 2 Tigers here at Tiger Stadium. So here we go. So Wilcox, it's going to be a 7. So you think you're tough. And he's a righty, so it's going to be a tough 84. And that's going to be fly ball in the center field. And Chet Lemon back there. And he will take this one here. And there will be one away. So Rudy Law goes down. Now we have Tony Bernazard, right? Bernazard. So let's see. Let's see if we get Bernazard going here. And we have an 8, and that's another tough. And a tough 52, and he struck him out. So we have our first strikeout of the game. Wilcox will sit down Bernazard, and 2 quick outs here. And Barbara says she wants me to do some hockey, but she's also enjoying the baseball. Yeah, it's kind of fun. I like mixing it up here. I really do. Harold Baines, the bane of all existence. And he's going to get a patient 62, just missed a single, as that's going to be a nice catch by Herndon in left field, come charging in, taking a hit away from Baines. And that will do it here. So a quick first inning for Wilcox as he makes short work of the White Sox. So now we have Dennis going to light the lamp here today. And he's taking on Lou Whitaker, who will open up our hitting here today for the Tigers, if he indeed can get a hit. He's going to come to the plate. And here we go, Dennis Lamp. And we have a 6, which is an in-play 90. And that's going to be hit down to second base. And how do I say his name now? Bernazard. Call him Bernadette. Bernazard with the play. And Whitaker is down. Well, now we have Howard Johnson coming up. And we have a 9. It's going to be an in-play 97. Boy, he doesn't do very well against lefties, does he? Howard Johnson is the DH today. He only hits against righties, I guess. And that in-play 97 is going to be a fly ball into left field. Kittle is way back, but he'll make the catch, and Howard Johnson is done. And so now we have Kirk Gibson. He's a left-handed batter facing Lamp with 2 away. And we have a 7. That's a tough 51, and he struck him out. So Gibson goes down, and each team, 1, 2, 3 first innings. And just like that, we're already in the second. So I think I'm getting the pace of this game to pick up a little bit more, I think. And Gandalf loves the Lamp. Yes, he is. Lizinski comes up. I think he's the bull, right? We have a 6. That's an in-play 7. And that's going to be a single because he likes to mingle. So Lizinski is on. We'll check for the steal just to be true. Just to be true. I need snake eyes. Nope. I had one of them, though. So Lizinski is on. And our leadoff man is on. Now we have Walker coming up, and he's an F bunter, so we're not going to bunt because he's terrible. So with the man on first, we have Greg Walker. Ooh, a 12. That's going to be in play. Ooh, in play with a 14. That's going to be a single. And I use fast action cards for the in play. For the in play and the patient, I use the fast action cards. So on a single, sharp liner drops in front of the left fielder, and the runner on first just gets 1 base. So that is that. So it's just going to be a single. Everyone moves up a base. And so Walker gets his job done. So we got 2 on and nobody out. And this is not the guy you want to see, Ron Kittle, in his .254 average in 1983. I didn't see The Anchorman. I didn't see it. I usually see a lot of those movies. That one I didn't see. So that reference went right by me. Any references to something from the 70s, and I'll be all over it. But as Captain Carl comes by, thanks for coming by here, checking out some of the game today here. So you have some supper time baseball. Ron Kittle with 2 on and absolutely nobody out. We have a 9. There's that crazy patient out L5 thing. So it's a 69. Patient 69 is going to be a G4. So this is going to be hit down to second base. Let's check for the double play. Wow, he's got a 10 double play. So a 6 or less, and we're going to turn 2. And yes, we turn 2. So that's going to be a 4-6-3 double play. Luzinski will go to third on the throw. And here we are. Why are the Tigers in green? I'm going to have to change that. Change it to black at some point. I'll just go with green for right now. So Carlton Fisk will come up. He has a runner on third with 2 away. Let's see if he can get one down to the infield here. That's going to be an in-play. But in-play 62 is going to be a fly ball into right field. And coming over is Kirk Gibson. And he will make that catch. So they leave the runner at third as Triple G comes by. I was watching your Apple football video. I keep going back to it. I watch a few minutes and then I got busy doing something. And I go back and I watch it again. That was 77. Was it Giants Eagles was that game that you did from 77? That's a fun season. I have that season. And Captain Carl says they will already be filled in with payoff pitch info for players. Oh yeah, if you go to you can print this out here. The only thing is I don't on the score. If you're talking about the score sheets, there's like one sheet per team. I like to have everybody on one sheet. And Digital Diamond, they're all done out with as played, so I ain't got to worry about it. What are we now here? So Lance Parrish coming up against Dennis Lamp. We have a 5. That's a patient number 9. Patient number 9 says that's going to be a Pantera walk. So he's a steal too. So let's check just in case. Nope. Giants Falcons. Oh, you're playing the Falcons? Oh, I wanted to do the 77 Falcons. And I wanted to see how their defense did in APA football. And also, I'm thinking about changing, at least for one game, changing up, and I'm going to use the Fletch card for defense instead of the defensive cards, just to see what kind of results that gets me. Just to kind of change it up. So, Herndon coming up. He's a bunt F, so we're going to swing away. So we have a 5. It's going to be a patient, a patient 91. And that's ground ball to short. So we got to check for the double play. So it looks like 7's the number we're looking at. Herndon down to Fletcher. And no, the only play is the second as Parrish comes in with a hard slide to break up the double play. And so we'll have man on first. And he's a steal 3. Nope. And that is that. There were 42 rating. That's pretty good, right? Because the highest you can get if you got 11 times 5 is 55. And you're not going to get all 5. So all 4s is 44. That's still pretty good. I was just kind of wondering, like I say, if I tried to use the Fletch system rather than the defensive cards to see what that would give me. I like the defensive cards in that football game just because it makes me feel like that maybe they called the right play or the wrong play or somebody stepped up and made a play. It gives me some variety where it's not always, a good defensive team always making great defensive plays and a bad defense always making bad plays. That's just my argument, and I could be very wrong with that, but that's what I'm going to stick with. We got an in-play 51. And that's going to be fly ball into, G5. Oh, boy. Another double play possibility to end the inning. So this is hit down the third base to Vance Law. And a double play of 8. Looking pretty good. Yes, they will get the double play. So it's going to be a G5-4-3 around the horn double play on Chet Lemon. And that will end our inning. So we go to top of the third here in Detroit. Absolutely nothing to absolutely nothing. So you use the Fletch, huh? I might try that and see what goes on with that. I just don't always want to be in the same thing all the time. It just kind of gets boring when it's always just B, 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 B instead of A, B, or C. Just me. Nice score sheets generates pocket pennant on PC. Yeah, I think you can generate some of that with pocket pennant software. Vance Law, first appearance today in the third inning, so he is the 8 hitter. And we have a 7. That's going to be a tough 59. Oh, almost got the single, but it's going to be a nice stab down at third base by Tom Brookins. Is that Tom Brookshire? And he makes the play. So now we have the Fletch system here, Scott Fletcher. As we talk about Fletch here, about football. And let's see what he's going to do against Wilcox. So we have a 10. That's a ballpark check with a 69, giggity. So it's going to be a wheelhouse. Oh, boy. Wheelhouse for Fletcher. Wilcox throws the meatball over the plate. Fletcher. And that is gone. The 0-2. It's a 1-7 for a home run, and we get to 2. He had 3 home runs on the year, and Fletcher will get one of those today. I love how they put that on the card, but it's also on the screen here. And Fletcher gets a home run, and he's had 3 home runs that year, and you saw one of them, folks. That's all I can say. So it's 1-0 here for the White Sox. Yeah, how about that? How about that? Rudy Law coming up. 0 for 1. That's going to be a tough 76, and it's going to be a fly ball in the center. Tony Bernazard. We're going to go with Bernazard. That's how I'm going to call it. Bernazard. He's 0 for 1, 2 with a strikeout. All right, Wilcox. That's going to be an in-play 61, and it's going to be hit into right field to Gibson. And Gibson's going to play us a tune, and he'll make the catch. And that will do it. So, bottom of the third now. And that moonshot by Fletcher has put in Chicago in the lead. Just goes to show you anybody can hit a home run. That's what I always say. Anybody can hit a home run. So Dennis Light the Lamp taking on Reggie Leach. Here we go. We have a 6. That's an in-play 35, and that's going to be popped up to third base to Law. Law will make the catch. That ball was doing a little bit of a shake and bake on its way back to earth. And now we have Tom Brookshire, and Pat Summerall. We're going to get an in-play 4, and that's going to be a double. In-play 1-4 is a double. So a double for his trouble, and that is going to be liner into left center. And cutting that off is Kittle, throwing that back in. And so now, if I roll a pair of 1s or a pair of 2s, he might try to steal. Nope. I like to roll that. I think that's what really made this game fun, is getting over the base running and getting over the stealing. And once I come up with a system for that and I just stick with it and I enjoy it, it's kind of fun. It's kind of fun. And there's a steal home, too. I haven't tried that. I almost tried that the other day, but I didn't. You know what I'm noticing is these cards, they're brand new because I haven't cracked open 83 yet. There's like little dust that's all over my keyboard and all over my... You'll see the white here. That's just from the cards. Is what it is. All right, so what do we got going on down here? So Trammell coming up. Alan Trammell, first plate appearance here, bottom of the third, 1 out, runner in scoring position. And so we have a 7. And that's going to be a tough. You think you're tough. And no, he struck him out. It's going to be a strikeout here for Lamp, his second K of the day. Where's Scott when you need him? Remember when we had Scott come in? And he was kind of predicting how many strikeouts, and he would put the K in the chat room so you'd see like the K, and then the K, and the K, and the K. It was kind of fun when he did that. It's nice and fun to see and play these results yourself. Yeah, we have a good time doing this. It's fun when you see somebody that like had 3 home runs or 3 goals on a year and they get one in your game. It's like, oh, well, that's probably won't happen again. It's pretty fun. All right, so now we have Whitaker with 2 away. Big Lou, 0 for 1. We have a 7. That's a tough, oh boy, a 96, and that's going to be hit into right field, right at Baines. Didn't even have to move. And the bane of all existence makes the catch. So we go to the top of the 4th. It's a Fletcher home run that has the only run on the board. Wilcox, pitching a 3-hitter, will come in against Baines, who just made that catch. Baines 0 for 1. We have a tough 4, and a tough, any low number is a strikeout. Strike him out. So another K for Wilcox. That's going to give him 2 on the day. The bull coming up, Greg Lazinski. And he's got a single in this game. So Lazinski is on with a single. Let's see what he does this time here. We have a 5. That's an in-play 69. out of range. So it's going to be hit down to Whitaker. He'll take away that hit. Thank you very much. And we have 2 away. And coming up now, we have Walker. Greg Walker with 2 outs. He's got a single as well. We're going to get a 4. That's going to be a patient number 50, and that's going to be a single. So he is going to send a soft blooper into right field. He'll stop at first. And so Greg Walker is on. Let's see if he wants a steal. I need a 2. No. So we have Ron Kittle coming up. They call him the Kittle Cat. And he is 0 for 1. Hitting .254 in real life, I should say. Not last season. In real life, that's what he hit in 83. He's a little below that right now. So Ron Kittle. A 7. Ooh, it's a tough. Ooh, hang on a sec. A tough 84 is a single. Look at that. 1 to 83 is a strikeout. And an 84 to 85 and an 86 is a single. And holy cow, he is going to hit an opposite field liner into right field. And that's just going to be 1 base as Gibson gets it on 1 hop and Walker will stop at second. Holy smokes. Sometimes you get that roll that you need, the only number you can get. 3% chance of getting that single, right? 3% chance on a tough of getting a single, and he got it. That's why we play the game. So Wilcox now with 2 outs and 2 on, facing Carlton Fisk, who flied out. And we're going to get a 6. It's going to be an in-play 33. Oh, man, the 32 would have been good. But a 33 popped it out to second base, and Whitaker will make that play, and everybody's stranded. So we will go now to the bottom of the 4th. Boy, you tell you, we've been playing a lot of baseball today, and we've only had 1 run or 2 runs to speak of, right? That last game was 1-0 Houston, right? And this game is 1-0 Chicago White Sox. Where's Sportsman Z when you need him? Howard Johnson coming up against Lamp. That's going to be an in-play 9, and that's going to be a single. Boy, he doesn't have much in his card here. It's really kind of weird. Look at that, 65 bats against righties and 1 against a lefty. So I guess he's a righty batter only for the most part. So that 9 is going to be a single. So he's going to drop a single into right field. And so Howard Johnson is on. He's not going to steal. He has no steal rating, so he's not going to steal. And Kirk Gibson's come up, and Kirk Gibson does not bunt. We're not going to have him bunt. No way. We got a 9. It's an in-play 28. Ooh, just missed it. So it's going to be popped out to the shortstop, Fletcher. And that's going to be 1 away. And now we have Lance Parrish. Lancelot Link. Remember Lancelot Link? So Lancelot Link coming up here. 1 away, man on first. And we got a 10. It's going to be an in-play 19, and that's a single. And it's a single, a sharp liner into left field, I think. Yeah, that's it. Liner into left field, so it agrees with me. The chart agrees with me. 1 base. So, yeah, with 1 out, the Tigers got something cooking here at Tiger Stadium. Always one of my favorite stadiums. I love looking at that deck in right field. I just always like the look of that. And every time Juckett plays a game in Tiger Stadium, I always tell him that. So we have Lamp now, 2 on, 1 away. Larry Herndon. We have a 9. It's an in-play, but it's a 95. So that's going to be hit into left field. And I don't think anybody's going anywhere. So on a in-play, left field, yeah, everyone holds. I like to go. I get a little chart over here that kind of helps me figure out. That's the other thing too, is figuring out who advances on bases, and this I do go by the chart over here just to make it nice and simple. Chet Lemon with 2 outs. All right, the Chester Cheater hit into a double play. He can't do it this time because there's 2 outs. Yeah, we got a Tough with an 80, and he'll hit this right at Law in center field, and that will end the threat. So it stays 1 for the White Sox and absolutely nothing for the Tigers as we go to the 5th inning. Now, Wilcox is a 7 fatigue, but he hasn't given up 3 runs yet, so he's good. And Dennis Lamp has given up absolutely nothing yet, so he is even better. All righty. Vance Law coming up 0 for 1. Let's see if he can get the White Sox going here. We have a 5. That's in play. 67. Over here is going to be ground ball down to Whitaker at second base. And there's 1 away. Now we have Fletcher. He's got the only run of the game with a home run. What are the chances he gets 2 out of his 3 home runs here on the channel today? What do you think? Scott Fletcher against Wilcox. Here we go. A 9. That's the patient out. And a 78 is going to be a fly ball into center field. Hit it well. Looking for his second of the game, but Lemon's going to have room, and he'll haul it down there. Rudy Law, 2 outs. Rudy Law 0 for 2. We have a 10. That's a ballpark check. And a lefty 66 is a wheelhouse. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Rudy Law gets the cream puff over the middle of the plate. And he's going to get a wheelhouse check. 1 to 9, it's a home run. 1 to 44, we get a hit. Rudy Law, 26, and that'll be a single. As the shop line drive into left field. And Rudy Law is on. And he's got a decent chance to steal here. So with 2 outs, no, they're gonna not give him the green light. They're gonna give him the red light. And he's gonna have to stop. So here we are now. We have 2 outs in the 5th. And Bernazard in play. 88 is going to be hit down the short trammel. We'll take the easy out at first, and that will end the top of the 5th. And I like how here, too, he played April 4th to June 13th, so he played the first part of the season with the Chicago team. And then they said, adios, muchachos. All right, Rick Leach of the Philadelphia Flyers will lead this off against Lamp. A 4. That's a ballpark check. And a lefty 86 is in play. So Leach will hit this one in play. Oh, we got a rare play. Hold the phone. So we got bases empty. Rare play on the ballpark. Bases empty. Ballpark or wheelhouse. Here we go. Now let's see what we got. Let's roll the dice. Rare play coming up here. And we got a 71 for Rick Leach. Batter hits a deep drive in the center field. Center fielder leaps. If he has an A, he robs the batter of a home run. Otherwise, the fan reaches out and takes the ball away from the fielder. After several minutes, the umpire rules a home run for the batter. Oh, boy. So let's see if the center fielder has an A range. So my center fielder, Law. So Law, back. Can he take this one away? His range is a C, and it's gone. And Law looks up and says the fan interfered. The fan reached out and took the ball away from him. The umpires talk about it, and they're going to rule a home run for Rick Leach. And the game is tied on a rare play. That is pretty cool. So Law went back into deep center. Couldn't come up with it because of some fan interference, but the umpire said that you should have had it anyway. And it's tied at 1-1. And Law looking back at the fans, and the Detroit fans are giving him the business out there in center field. And at least they're not throwing batteries at him. Batteries not included. That was a good rare play. Yeah, that was a pretty good rare play. I enjoyed that one. I like it when you have to check, the rating of somebody, to see if it happens. So we have Brookins now coming up. He's 1 for 1 with a double, actually. And so we're going to get an in-play 79. That's going to be hitting the center field. And Law, he'll make the catch here, and he'll hear it from the fans out there in center. And Law, you can see he's extremely unhappy in center field, shaking his head. That should not have been a home run. And if they had replay back in 1983, they might have changed their mind on that one. But they don't, so we stick with it. And we're tied up here with one away as Alan Trammell comes out. And we're going to get an in-play 8, and that's going to be a single. So Trammell will bloop one in the right field. And Trammell is on. And let's see if he wants to steal. Boy, that would really stick it to the White Sox if he could steal a base here. And no, he's not going to try. Does not get a good jump. So Trammell will go to first, one away for our friend Lou Whitaker, yours and mine. Lou Whitaker against Dennis Lamp. Lou Whitaker. We have a 6. That's an in-play, but it's a 90. And that's hit down to second base. We have a possibility of a double play here. 7 or less, and Bernazard turns 2. And yes, he will turn 2 on the 4-6-3 double play. And that'll get Lamp out of the inning. But a controversial home run has tied this game at 1 as Rick Leach hit it in the center field, and there was some interference with a fan, but they're going to allow that to play out, and that's where we are right now. So, Lazinski, is it Bain? Hang on. All right, so Baines, it's Baines coming up. Baines will lead things off here against Wilcox in the 6th. Unlike some controversy here on a Wednesday night. We have a 9. That's going to be a tough, and a 66 is going to be over here. It's a G6, so it's going to be Trammell. And so we do have one away. Now we have Lazinski as D. Scott Howard comes by. Playing a little bit of payoff pitch here tonight. Actually, playing a doubleheader. I played a National League game earlier, now American League game. I'm trying to get as many teams on the table as I can in this replay. Really, really enjoying this. I keep saying it, but somehow this game just come out of nowhere and grab me again. So we have a 7. That's going to be a tough. You think you're tough. And that's going to be a strikeout. Lazinski goes down. Strikeout number 3 for Wilcox. And now we have Greg Walker. Let's see what Greg Walker's going to do. That's going to be an in-play 16, and that'll be a single sharp liner into left. And Walker is on. And he's a steal 2. Nope. And you said, I think this rare play actually happened. It probably happened several times. That's the thing. So with 2 outs, Kittle coming up with Walker at first. And we got a 7 here. That's going to be a tough 19. Strike him out. Strikeout number 4 for Wilcox. And we'll go to the bottom of the 6th inning right now. And we are still tied at 1-1. So a home run on a rare play check. Pretty cool. That tied the game. Howard Johnson facing Lamp. Johnson 1 for 2. We have an 8. That's an in-play with a 60. Well, he's only got a 21 here, so that's going to come over here to a ground ball down to Bernazard, and Bernazard will easily make that play. And we have one away. Kirk Gibson 0 for 2. Kirk Gibson, that's going to be an in-play 21, and that's going to be a single, a line drive in the left field. And Gibson is on, and he's young enough to have a little bit of legs. He might try to steal here. Let's see. No. Does not get a good jump. So he's going to sit there at first base for Lance Parrish. One away. My middle name's Lance. I come from France. 7 is a tough 47, and strike him out. That's going to be 3 strikeouts here for the Lamp Man. And It's 2 away. And we're going to see Larry Herndon coming up. Larry Herndon. That's going to be a tough 18. Strike him out. So he goes down too. A couple of strikeouts here late in the inning by Lamp. And that'll sit down the Tigers. And that'll bring up the 7th inning. Carlton Fisk will lead us off against Wilcox. Let's see if they want to do anything here. Nope, they're all set. In the 7th, now he would be fatigued, but he's only given up 1 run, so he is good. And actually, Lamp is a 5 fatigue, but he's only given up 1 run. So both of these pitchers doing quite well here today. As we had seen all day long, we really haven't had to mess with the pitchers at all today. We've had very low-scoring games. And I do like how Payoff Pitch handles the fatigue. I think it's pretty realistic. Not saying other games do a bad job with it, but I just kind of like how they do it here. Fisk, 0 for 2, a fly out and a pop-up. So now we have a 4. That's a patient, oh boy, 79. That high number kind of stinks. And that's a fly ball. Chet Lemon back in center field, and he'll make that catch. Vance Law is 0 for 2. Here we go, Vance Law. And we have a 7, and that's another tough. Boy, Wilcox has been tough today with that 7. And a tough 61 is going to be a fly ball into right field, and Gibson, no issues at all, will make the catch. Oh, don't say extra innings here, Miroslav. You're going to jinx me now. All right. So here's Fletcher. He's got a home run. He's got the only run of the game for the White Sox. Beauty of a hit. So Wilcox deals. That's going to be a patient. And a patient 86 is going to be a ground ball down to Trammell. Trammell going to his left. We'll fire that over. And Fletcher is down. Rudy Law. All right, here comes Rudy Law. Oh, no, that's the end of the inning. Sorry about that. So Rudy Law, we'll see Rudy Law next inning. We're going to send him backstage. Chet Lemon coming up here. So we're in the bottom of the 7th. Stretch time. Okay, we're all done. Dennis Lamp facing Chet Lemon. Everyone's favorite Lemon, Chet Lemon. We have a 5. That's a patient 26. And that's going to be a Pantera walk. So he is on. And who's coming up to the plate? Rick Leach. Well, we need to see if he wants to steal. He's a 2 stealer. I don't think he's going to steal. Oh, he thought about it. He's an F stealer. He would have been pegged out. So I'm glad he didn't. So Rick Leach, he's got that controversial home run back in the 5th inning. And he's going to hit away. He's a bunt F, so we got to let him hit. We got to let him hit. 5 is a patient 5, and he's going to walk. Back-to-back walks here by Dennis Lamp. Has put runners on first and second, and there's absolutely nobody out. And Tom Brookins comes up. An A bunter. You know it's coming. A bunter, and sacrifice down to first base. So he's going to drop it down to first, and that's going to move everybody over. So with 1 away, runners at second and third for Alan Trammell. And let's see if Trammell can get anything done. Here we go. Dennis Lamp looks to Trammell. That's a 9. That's an in-play 5. And that is a double. 1 to 6 a double, and that'll clear the bases. And a couple of runs will come in. Lemon comes in, Leach comes in, Trammell down to second. And yikes, you know. And so let's see if Trammell wants to steal 1s or 2s, and he's going to try it. Oh, he gets 3s. That would have been funny. Nope. So Trammell sitting at second base, a big thumbs up to the bench. It's now 3-1. And that's going to make Lamp fatigued because he's given up 3 runs, and it's past the 5. So what do they say here? They say nothing. So I need to get my pitcher fatigue card. So here's my pitcher card. It'll be off to the side. You won't be able to see it, but it'll be off to the side. And that might make some adjustments here. Captain Carl, there was something like that, but on a foul ball, Cubs fan Bartman got in the way. Yep. Yeah, the Cubs went on to lose, and they ended up blaming him for years, didn't they? Then they screwed up the rest of that game, though. So it's like, stop blaming people. So Lamp is fatigued, and Whitaker comes up with 1 away. We have a 12, so that's a defensive check, so that really won't change much. Error on the first baseman. So this is hit down to Walker at first base. And Walker, his error is a 1. So we have a 1 with a 1, and he's going to 1 with a 10. He's going to boot it. So Walker can't come up with this. And an error in the infield, that's 1 base. So it's just going to go E3. So Walker knocks it down, can't contain it. Whitaker is safe, Trammell to third. And oh boy, Lamp is in some trouble here now. First and third, 1 away. Here in the bottom of the 7th, a couple of runs in. They want to try to steal second. Interesting. So Whitaker's a 3. We're going to say no. We're not going to steal with a 3. Clinton Parks comes by. I see. Hi, Clinton. Yeah, a little payoff pitch here. Some 83 on the table here. We're just really enjoying this game again. I kind of came back to it for the 3rd or 4th time, and it's been really fun. Johnson now. Howard Johnson facing Lamp. So we have a 3. That's a tough. And that will stay a tough. According to my fatigue card, that will stay a tough. All right, so let's roll again here for Johnson on the tough. A 24. Strike him out. So we get 2 away. That's strikeout number 5 for Lamp. So Lamp actually might get out of this inning. He really might. Kirk Gibson, 2 away. 2 outs. Here we go. And a 10. That's going to be in play. And a 90 is, he's going to hit it down to second base, and he'll get out of this. So Lamp gets out of the 7th after allowing those 2 runs on the double. And we got a 3-1 lead now for Wilcox and company. So we got Rudy Law coming up. And you still got a few seasons, but you're into that MPNG Plus, Status Pro and Fall Classic. Yeah. So many baseball games to play. It's hard to find one. I really like the APA, and I like Strat Basic a little bit, and a lot actually. Season Ticket I haven't played in a while. I need to dig that out. That's why I dug up Payoff Pitch. I need to dig out some games I haven't played with in a while. All righty, so let's get this going here. So we have Rudy Law, 3-1 in the 8th. And we have a 5. That's going to be an in play. And a 55 is going to be hit down the third base to Brookins. And Brookins will scoop this up, and he'll make the play. Bernazard. What's the manager say here? Bernazard. All set. They're going to let Bernazard hit here in the 8th. A 6. That's an in-play 4, and that's going to be a double for Bernazard. So Bernazard will hit the double, and now we need to see if he wants to steal. So I would need 1s or 2s for him to try to steal third. Nope. So Bernazard is on. 1 away, and it's going to be Harold Baines, the bane of all existence here, trying to get this run home. Wilcox still not fatigued. He's only given up the 1 run, but he's struggling a little bit here. A 6 is an in-play 71, and this is going to be a G6. So with a runner on second, and if he's got a 7 rating, he goes. Otherwise, he holds. So let's check Bernazard, and he is a run 4. So he's going to stay right there. So Baines is going to hit this down the short, G6, and the runner on second will hold. He looks him back, so Bernazat has to stay. So Greg Lazinski, the bull, has his chance to be a hero. Let's see if he can get this in the outfield and cut this lead down. Or can he get a home run? Wilcox is only got the one wheelhouse. That's on a 2. 7 and 8 is tough. Wilcox is pretty good. He's got a good card here. And I get an 8, and that's going to be a tough 3. Strike him out. And that's 5 strikeouts for Milt Wilcox. And we'll go to the bottom of the 8th. Here at Tiger Stadium, Lamp is fatigued. Let's see what they want to do. No, they're going to continue with Lamp. So they're going to give him a couple more batters and see what he can do. So Lamp is fatigued. And a 10. That's in play with a 90, and that'll be a ground ball to Fletcher. 1 away. And Clinton, D. Scott's thinking about a new Dodger cap for opening day. I bought a bunch of hats over the holiday break on sale. I think this is one of them. Oh, I didn't change. Oh, hang on a sec. I didn't put on my White Sox hat. I had my Astros hat on for the first part of the doubleheader, but I forgot to put on my White Sox hat. Good thing you reminded me. So I have my White Sox hat on here. The curse of the hat will continue. Although I had the Astros on. The Astros won the first game, I think. Herndon coming up. 1 away in the 8th. A 6. That's an in-play 19, and that's a single into left field. Actually, I should use the other one, right? I should use the white die. And a long single into the gap. So it's going to be a single nonetheless. So Herndon on. He's got a 3 steal. And no, he's not going to steal. ARJL and Mark coming by. Payoff pitch. Oh, this is fun. Payoff pitch is great. I really like it. All right, Lamp now is getting kind of red. So let's see. They want to bring in Dick Tidrow. All right, so let's take a look over here on the White Sox. And let's see if we can find Dick Tidrow. There he is. All righty, so we're going to get rid of the fatigue card. He is not fatigued. Lamp comes out. Tidrow will come in. And we will do that. So we're going to go to the White Sox pen here in the bottom of the 8th. I love that feature in this game. It really does help guys like me who don't know what they're doing with pitchers to bring in someone. Yeah, RJL's got some playoffs going with 83. I bought this a while ago, RJL, and I just never got to it because I kind of fell out of love with Payoff Pitch. And for some reason, I picked this up the other day, and it just clicked again. I was like, and I'm off and running, so I fired up the season. So Dick Tidrow on the mound, facing Chet Lemon. Herndon on first. Tigers trying to add to this 3-1 lead. And I get a 6, and that's going to be a tough 26, and strike him out. So Tidrow comes in, fans the first guy he sees. A lot of people have been talking about the Fall Classic. I'll check out the Fall Classic at some point. And Mark says he's got Strat. Yeah, I have Strat too. I like the Strat Basic. I'm going to try to work on the Strat Advanced a little bit. Probably never the Super Advanced. I like APA, Payoff Pitch, Season Ticket. Well, I like them all. I even like Back to Basics Baseball by Downey. That's a fun one if you haven't played it yet. So Rick Leach, come on. Rick Leach has got that controversial home run for the Tigers. And we're going to get a 9. It's going to be an in-play 81, and that's going to be a fly ball into center. Law will make the catch, and this time there's no fan interference. We had a rare play fan interference that allowed a home run, and that'll do it. So we go to the top of the 9th. Milt Wilcox, 8 hits, 1 run, and he's going to see if he can wrap this up here. So he's got Greg Walker coming up. Manager says we're all set. So Wilcox going to try to go the distance. 2-run lead. Here we go. So we have a 7. That's going to be a tough 35. Strike him out. So Walker goes down. 6 strikeouts now for Wilcox. And Mark says he likes rolling dice. PC games are great recreations of tired season. Yeah, there's good and bad to PC games. If you get the Strat PC, you can roll your own dice. That's what's kind of neat about that. Even Replay PC, you can roll your own dice if you want. And Apple, I think you can roll your own dice too. Ron Kittle, what do we want to do right now? What are we looking at here? Oh, managers say nothing. Ron Kittle, 8. That's a tough 34. Struck him out. Back-to-back strikeouts here. Wilcox lighting him up here in the top of the 9th, and it's up to Carlton Fisk. He's the last man standing here between a loss and continuing the game. Wilcox, everybody standing here at Tiger Stadium. Here it is. It's a tough. It's a 48, and he strikes out the side. Wilcox comes in, strikes out the side. Everybody going nuts here, and it's going to be a 3-1 win here for the Tigers at home. So, we don't need to ask the managers. We just need to save and exit. So that is that. So let me get out of the way, and we'll show you what happened today. I don't know why I'm so far behind on my feed here, but so there's our standings here. Let me do a quick fast play of the day, as I like to do. Like I said, I play one game a day, sometimes one game a week. I just kind of bounce around, and that is that. So if I take a look ahead, I want to look ahead here to the next day, which is April 9th. Boy, I like that Brewers and Royals matchup with McClure and Gura. I've already done some Cubs games, but Rainy Pastor looks pretty good. Oh, that might be a good one. San Diego and Atlanta. Get Phil Necro here on the channel with Montefusco. Maybe that'll be the one. So maybe I'll do that San Diego-Atlanta game. That'll be the next one I do. So, anyway. All right, so that is that. We'll go back. We'll take a look at the standings here. As we take a look at the season over. We're very early into the season, but that's what we have right here. Blue Jays 2-0. They got a win over here, over the Sox here on opening day. Sox are struggling at 1-2. Expos lead. They're 2-1. Houston and Seattle, too. So Toronto and Seattle both lead in their respective divisions. That's kind of interesting to see here in that early stages of the whatchamacallit there. There it is. So let me go back to Studio B. And we'll call this a day. Let me just save this here. Always save. That's what Mark says. Always back it up just in case. So that is that. So back to Studio B. So thanks for tuning in. Played a couple of games of Payoff Pitch here on the channel. So I'm going to clean things up, get something to eat, chill out for a while, and maybe some late night hockey tonight. I got to see what I want to do with that. See if I fall asleep or not. So anyway, I'm Dave from Studio B. Thanks for tuning in as we continue to play through some 1983 baseball with Payoff Pitch. And we'll talk to you all later. Thanks for coming by, and bye-bye.